Shit.
This is Commander Walter Dahl. The TranStar Board of Directors has authorized me to take full command of Talos 1, effective immediately. All employees must now report to the shuttle bay for evacuation. Those of you unable to comply, transmit an SOS and my team of rescue operators will locate you. One last thing. Alex and Morgan Yu have been relieved of their positions. Do not consent to their requests or assist them in any way. Dahl out.
Warning, suit integrity damaged.
We're locked out. It's Dahl. What Talos 1?
In the event of a loss of atmosphere,
I have to admit, I'm disappointed with our parents. I knew that they had a contingency in place, but a small foolish part of me believed they wouldn't use him against their own flesh and blood. Regardless, we're not getting this coral data through until we do something about it. I don't like it. But you're gonna have to get into his command shuttle. See if you can locate his access point and cut him off.
Morgan, Dahl will know you're coming. All TranStar personnel are outfitted with tracking bracelets. I have no doubt his operators are already on their way to rescue you. Those bracelets are issued and removed in deep storage. Worth investigating if you want to fly under the radar.
Morgan, I heard the announcement. No, I will not give you up. You are there for me, I am here for you. If you'd indulge me, I have a proposal that could get us off Talos 1 without any more bloodshed. Just don't harm Dahl until we've had a chance to speak in person.
This is Alex Yu, speaking to any surviving crew of Talos 1. I know many of you are frightened, angry. Perhaps you blame me for this. But I never intended to harm any of you. Believe me, quite the opposite. Commander Dahl, on the other hand, has no intent of rescuing anything except the secret aborted station. takes a microphone, a spotlight. He come. Resist, even though he's hiding. And you are running around like a nervous rat. I hear you, chewing the wires and shitting in the walls. Are you trying to fix the mess you've made, or just get away? I pride myself in being prepared for the worst. But this is truly a masterpiece. You should be proud.
Dash CN9 Black Box.
Clever lab rat. Now I can't see you. Your brother won't be so lucky. I'm closing in on him.
Dr. Yu? Morgan? Oh man, thank God. I've just been going down the contact list hoping somebody would answer. I'm in trauma center. I came up here to look for supplies. I think I broke my arm when that blackout happened. Now I'm trapped. Aliens outside the door. I could really use some help, man.
Please contact a qualified engineer.
Morgan, I was worried Dahl or his rescue team had intercepted you.
They are NCA-9 black box operators, not a rescue team. Rescue is not among their list of commands.
January, not now.
Yes, of course. But Dahl, his arrival may help us, as long as you have not killed him. You see, Dahl, he's a recipient of several neuromods, a standard array of combat, tactics, interrogation mods. As I'm sure you know, your father, the board, is very thorough.
Dr. Igwe, please present your conclusion to Morgan.
Igwe, if there is a point.
Well, yes. You see, Dahl's mods are early C-series betas and vulnerable. As such, he has old-school thinking on some matters. If we remove them, he may forget his mission here, yet we would still have access to the shuttle and a way home, provided his piloting knowledge remains intact. It's a risk, but worth taking, I think. He'll have to be subdued, of course. I'm afraid that task falls to you.
There is no one else alive on the station who can pilot the shuttle.
It's worth a try. There's been enough killing.
Commander Dahl, this is William Yu, acting chairman of the TranStar Board of Directors.
I will need your credentials to authorize this mission.
Of course. My authentication sign is Zeta Invictus Emperor Tangerine.
Sign checks out. Good morning, Director Yu. Shuttle is hot and holding orbit. Awaiting mission parameters.
You must secure every piece of Cobalt clearance level technology and research aboard Talos 1. Then eliminate all TranStar personnel.
All personnel.
No survivors.
It's your show. And their funeral.
Payment will be deposited into 6 separate Benelux accounts. After you transmit evidence of success.
I leave my operator feeds on. Just keep watching.
We strongly advise deploying your technical officer to a station router inside the firewalls first. Ideal location would be the station exterior, near the power plant grids.
Yes, I've seen the schematics, Mr. Yu. Goodbye.
You will destroy this transmission.
Morgan, I've been thinking about what you've done. What you're doing. We all must act according to our nature. No matter what the psychologists and priests say. And your nature. I think I was right before. You are like a rat. Resourceful, sly. Burdened with a kind of pestilence of the mind. This station was your laboratory. And the experiment was a failure. And, of course, sadly, you know what happens to the rats when they are no longer needed.
No typhon material detected.
I'm told my ops are hidden as an HR expense in the TranStar books. It's true. I do solve people problems. Your workmates hiding in the cargo bay are going to suffocate in a few minutes. Maybe you can save them, but you'll have to come out of the walls, Rat. Life support. The clock is ticking.
Morgan! Dahl's cut off oxygen to the cargo bay. There's nothing I can do from here, and none of the doors are responding. Atmosphere controls are in life support. If you can help, do it quick, or this is the last time we'll be talking. Salazar is right to be alarmed, though her assessment is mistaken. Dahl is manipulating the oxygen and nitrogen mixture. With nitrogen flooding into the atmosphere, anyone in the cargo bay will asphyxiate far more quickly than had he simply cut the oxygen. I suspect they'd already be dead if Dahl weren't trying to use them to manipulate you.
Support air quality rating below standard. Operating levels. Atmospheric containment flush recommended.
Warning, system integrity damaged.
Life support air quality. Show below standard operating levels. Atmospheric containment flush recommended. Control room. Atmospheric decontamination procedure initiated. Oxygen flush commencing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hazardous atmosphere conditions. Black box operator ready to deploy. Please stand clear of aperture.
Morgan, you did it. I'll arrange transport with the medical operator. Then we can see about removing his neuromod. And hopefully, gaining his shuttle in the process.
Morgan, the air's flowing again. I can breathe. And I hope this means Dahl can't. Thank you. A little longer and... Never mind. Elazar out.
Levels normal.
Microgravity detected.
Dr. Igwe, we have the subject, Dahl, and his life signs are stable. Thank you. We are prepping him in the neuromod division now. Come as soon as you can.
Are working again, Morgan. Nice work. I'm taking what's left of my crew to the atmosphere controls in life support. We're going to clear out Dahl's shit-can operators and make sure there are no more mishaps with the air on this station.
Dahl populated his entire crew with customized operators. He made the mistake of hanging his hopes on a machine. Flesh and blood is messy, Morgan, but it's the only thing that matters in the end. Well done. The upload just kicked in. Meet me in the operator. We have important work to do.
Dr. Yu, Morgan, I was afraid you wouldn't make it. The subject, Dahl, has been secured. I believe I've isolated the correct neuromod. It is essential we say as little as possible of what has happened on the station and focus on the situation. Dahl, if memory serves, should resort to field training and react accordingly. He was never one to question orders. Ready when you are, Morgan. Remember, if this works, say nothing. When extracted, Dahl's memory should revert back to the inception date, and he should forget his assignment here. Dr. Yu?
What? Who are you? Morgan? Your father's been asking about you. And Alex. I was supposed to report to him about a retrieval after modding up. Where am I? Why am I restrained?
Commander, Dahl, I am Dr. Igwe, Chief Physician here.
I've seen your face in the company directory. Alex's pet. The discredited parapsychologist.
Commander Dahl, you've suffered a severe head injury as a result of a crisis here on the station. We need to evacuate at once, but we couldn't leave without you. Are you able to pilot a shuttle?
What? Yes, of course I can pilot. Wait, what emergency? Is this Argus installation? Where's Casper?
I'm afraid there's no time to explain. We need to get to the shuttle bay and prepare for departure. TranStar mandate. Dr. Yu can confirm.
Of course. Morgan, you look like shit. All right, let's get Daddy's precious child off the station, or TranStar will blackbox me.
Just need to check your vitals. Wouldn't want our pilot to faint.
There's nothing wrong with me.
Lead the way,
Morgan, we're in life support now. It's all clear. Air's normal across the board. I lost some good people fighting the black boxes. And Dahl wasn't here. If you see him before I do, make him pay. Elazar out. It's by design that I can predict what you're going to do fairly often. And yet, this turn of events is odd. I'm impressed and surprised you managed to find a way to get the remaining crew off the station. I have no doubt they'll remember your sacrifice.
I promised you my arming cape. All I ask is you hear me out first. And you can blow Talos One to pieces if that's what you think is best. I don't think you'll do it. I know. Because I used to think we couldn't be trusted to play with fire without burning the house down. But you convinced me. You showed me anything was possible, even if the price was steep. That part of you is still in there. We can make history, Morgan. Not those leeches on the TranStar board of directors, not Mom and Dad. You and I. Just like we planned. We've got the data to confirm what you suspected. And Carl is broadcasting a neural signal. A secret message reaching to the stars. What I want to know is what is the message? And who is listening to it? I think you know. Ever since we first tested the typhon neuromods, you've known. This fabrication plan is for the null-wave device prototype you conceived. It will hijack the coral signal and use it to deliver a massive shock to every typhon organism at once. Take it. And the army key, like I What? Morgan! thank you for what you did. You could have left me to die. It's more important than ever now that we finish this the right way. Take care of the null-wave device. I'll head for the bridge as soon as I catch my breath.
Material inconclusive. Mark.
Morgan, you anticipated the kind of appeal Alex would make. Sibling bonds, history. You programmed me to refute him point by point. However, we can skip that. A typhon the size of a skyscraper is currently eating Talos 1 for lunch. Ergo, Alex is wrong. Destroy the station, just as you planned. The blast will take the monster down with it.
Destroy the station? But didn't you hear him? The null wave. Alex is correct. It could work and preserve what we have learned here. We have to try.
Igwe, look at the alien outside the station.
Of course it's a risk, but we've seen the generator work. To destroy all this, to murder a species, and the research lost. It's...
January is right, Morgan. We can't let these things get back to Earth, even if one of them hit Earthside.
Morgan, please. Destroying the station should be the last option, not the first.
another dose of Morgan's cell lines. Do it.
Good work. The reactor's primed and capable of delivering close to 30 megatons. More than enough. I'll meet you on the bridge for the last part. Hurry, Morgan. There won't be anything left to detonate if we're too late.
Hello. Good to see you again, Dr. Yu.
Morgan, Igwe, what's the update on our patient?
Commander Dahl is making a speedy recovery and we are making our way to the shuttle bay. I've informed him of the threat to the station and...
Fine. Morgan, I'll meet you in the shuttle bay.
Moving. Please pay attention.
What am I talking to?
Morgan.
Morgan? Maybe. I see a person who looks like Morgan, Hugh.
Morgan, be cautious. Your brother is unstable. He may not permit you to activate the self-destruct. Also, he's armed.
Unstable? Is that a joke, operator? You've let this machine poison you. Did it tell you it's not gonna let you off the station?
Your brother is correct. When you destroy Talos 1, my directive is to ensure that you perish along with it, but you already knew that. It was your idea.
No one in their right mind would agree to such a lunatic plan.
Not true. History is populated with examples of self-sacrifice for the benefit of others.
Easy to say when it's not your skin, robot.
I'm sorry, Morgan.
You have no idea what that word means. I'm gonna put a stop to this nonsense.
Morgan, everything is ready. Now that the keys are armed, the order to execute is given from Captain Mark's terminal. I'm not able to execute. That responsibility is yours.
Warning, reactor detonation.
It's finished. All the directives you gave me have been completed, all except one. When the station detonates, it will destroy the Apex Typhon and every trace of technology derived from it, including you, but you know this already. It was your idea, after all. The alien neuromods you carry would pose an unacceptable risk to everyone on Earth if you returned. Have a seat, Morgan. You might as well enjoy the view in your final moments.
Warning, reactor detonation imminent.
Kayla, this is Morgan. Are you on your way? I'm not going to make it. What? Everything's fine. I got one of the escape pods working.
Are you sure? Morgan, something's wrong.
There's no time. Trust me. I'll see you Earthside.
Warning, reactor detonation imminent.
I keep having this dream.
It's finished. How did it do?
Activation of the mirror neurons is promising. Empathy quotient shows to be exceptionally high.
It probably thinks it was dreaming, and nothing mattered.
You're assuming it thinks like us.
Its life depends on it. Ours too. It all comes down to the choices it made.
It saved me from the cargo container. I would have suffocated otherwise, and later it recovered the Leitner connectomes. They were of no practical use, except that they were deeply meaningful to me. It installed multiple Typhon-based neuromods. It could mean an instinctive return to its own kind, or an attempt to integrate its dual natures. But its most surprising act was sparing Dahl. While perhaps for purely selfish reasons, this, at least in principle, enabled others to escape Talos 1.
Michaela.
I would have died without my medication. That wasn't easy. That says a lot, I think, about its heart. Can I say that it has a heart? It also found my father's records. And then, I did not expect this, but it let me listen to them. Despite the self-incriminating content, it was willing to make itself vulnerable. Then, there was a man in psychotronics, Ingram.
Would you let it live?
Yes.
Sarah, you're next.
The situation in the cargo bay was bad. None of us would have survived without its help, and it destroyed a large number of Typhon across the station. That has to be a good sign. Further, it thwarted Dahl's attempt to use us as hostages. If it were one of my officers, I would give it a commendation.
Danielle, what do you say?
It found me. It didn't need to, but it did. By then, it had already stopped Volunteer 37. Hard to say why. A lot of humans controlled by the Typhon ended up dead. Not that it was easy to avoid, but I think it's worth the risk.
In the end, it chose to destroy Talos 1. Why? To protect Earth? We can't really know what its motives were for anything it did.
But we had to make a choice. You can hear us, can't you? Here. I want to show you something. What you experienced was a reconstruction based on Morgan's memories. This is the world today. We spent years trying to put what you can do into us. We never tried putting what we can do into you. Until now. You're the bridge between our species. I need to know if you see us. I mean, really see us. Take my hand if you do. We're gonna shake things up, like old times.